Washington, D.C., July 14, 2024. In an unprecedented and shocking turn of events, former President Donald J. Trump narrowly escaped an assassination attempt late Friday night. The incident occurred during a political rally held in Des Moines, Iowa, part of his ongoing campaign for the 2024 presidential election. The incident, according to eyewitnesses, the rally, which was attended by thousands of Trump supporters, took a sudden and terrifying turn around 9 p.m. local time. As Trump was delivering his speech, a man later identified as 35-year-old James Hargrove from Chicago, Illinois, breached security and attempted to approach the stage with a concealed weapon. The assailant managed to fire a single shot before being subdued by Secret Service agents and local law enforcement officers present at the event. The bullet missed Trump by mere inches, striking the podium instead. The former president was quickly ushered off the stage by his security detail, and the rally was immediately halted. Immediate aftermath. Panic and chaos ensued as the crowd, initially in disbelief, began to realize the gravity of the situation. Emergency services were called to the scene, and several attendees were treated for minor injuries sustained during the frantic evacuation. The Secret Service confirmed that the assailant was apprehended and is currently in custody, being interrogated by federal authorities. Former President Trump, in a brief statement released shortly after the incident, expressed his gratitude to the Secret Service and law enforcement for their swift action. "I'm safe thanks to the brave men and women of our security forces. This attempt on my life will not deter us. Our movement is stronger than ever," Trump declared, vowing to continue his campaign undeterred. Investigation underway. The FBI and Secret Service have launched a full-scale investigation into the assassination attempt. Preliminary reports suggest that Hargrove has no prior criminal record but is known to have expressed vehement anti-Trump sentiments on social media platforms. Authorities are currently examining his digital footprint and interviewing acquaintances to understand his motives and whether he acted alone or was part of a larger conspiracy. "At this time, we are treating this as an isolated incident," said FBI Director Christopher Wray in a press conference early Saturday morning. "However, we are leaving no stone unturned in our investigation. The safety and security of our political leaders and the public remain our highest priority." Political reactions. The attempted assassination has sent shockwaves through the political landscape, eliciting responses from leaders across the spectrum. President Joe Biden, who has frequently clashed with Trump on policy and political rhetoric, condemned the attack unequivocally. "Violence has no place in our democracy. We must all stand together against such acts of hatred and division," Biden stated from the White House. Republican leaders rallied in support of Trump, emphasizing the need for unity and increased security measures for public figures. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell called the incident a stark reminder of the dangers that come with public service and urged for bipartisan cooperation to ensure the safety of all political candidates. Public reaction. The public reaction has been a mix of shock, fear, and renewed political fervor. Trump's supporters have taken to social media to express their outrage and concern, using hashtags like #StandWithTrump and #ProtectOurPresident. Rallies and vigils in support of Trump have sprung up across the country, with his supporters vowing to continue their efforts to see him re-elected. Conversely, some critics have used the incident to call for a de-escalation of political rhetoric, arguing that the increasingly hostile and polarized climate is contributing to such acts of violence. "We need to tone down the inflammatory language and work towards a more civil discourse," said political analyst Laura Simmons during a CNN interview. Security measures. In response to the incident, the Secret Service announced that they would be implementing heightened security protocols for all political events moving forward. This includes increased personnel, advanced screening procedures, and more rigorous threat assessment protocols. Local law enforcement agencies across the country have also been put on high alert, particularly in cities where high-profile political events are scheduled to take place. As the nation grapples with the gravity of this attempted assassination, questions linger about the broader implications for American democracy and political discourse. The incident serves as a stark reminder of the volatility of the current political climate and the ever-present threats faced by public figures. Former President Trump, an influential man with a spirit of resilience and defiance, has vowed to continue his campaign unabated. Trump announced in a video message to his supporters on Saturday night. The investigation continues, and the nation watches closely, united in the hope that such violence can be prevented in the future and that the values of democracy and free speech can be upheld in the face of adversity. Updates to follow. Stay tuned for further updates as this story develops. The investigation is ongoing, and authorities are expected to release more details in the coming days. For now, the nation stands on edge, united in its hope for a peaceful resolution and a commitment to preserving the democratic values that define America.